ORB Strategy, we got kicked. Not sure what happened. Just all of a sudden, the application was like, nah, we're not doing that anymore. So sorry about that. We were setting up ORB on the Berkshire Hathaway stock here. Let me try to get this new link out to our Discord. Oh no. It's annoying when it does that. You know, I was doing so good and all of a sudden just blah. Alright, I think we're good now. Just check it. Yeah, okay, we're back. Alright. Jeepers creepers, man. Technology sometimes. Just writing this over the Discord and getting everybody back on since we all right. Okay, so sorry. All right, so Berkby ORB is definitely bearish. So if you came in today on the 15, right here, and bought a put at this point right there, we can go ahead and show what we could do. So we're going to open a short on this. We'll set it for 2, which is double. Stop loss at 0.5, which is really tight stop loss. Right there. You can see how that would have worked out for us. Bollinger Band, this green line is still widening. Has not really hit that widest point yet, so it could drop beyond the 494 support. It's feeling like it's going to, which is why I have not opened a 500 call on this yet. It's sitting on that show. Jeez, yep. Like I said, I literally just said I feel like it's gonna drop. Boom, there's that candle. Yikes. That's so funny, I just said that too. MACD is still looking, this is on Legend, Robinhood Legend. MACD is still looking bearish. Volume's red, RSI is low. We are at 20, the 15-minute time frame. EMAs are still aiming south. I'm not seeing this being a bullish movement today. Maybe later on. The day is young. But I'm not feeling a call on this just yet. Let's go look at the SPY. I know Jordan loves the SPY. Let's go see. We're going to back up to 15 minutes. Wow, yeah, chop. Place a ray on Jordan said you buy a call right here. Are you looking at Berk or SPY? Sorry, I wasn't sure when you sent that message. Because we're on the SPY now. This is SPY. Berk, okay. Really? Because as I was saying that, man, like literally Berk dropped a red candle as I was talking about the potential for it to keep moving south. We're at 493.71, which technically blows support from the week. We do have I'm not looking at Berk on here. Sorry guys, I'm on my phone. We have a 493.0 support on Burke, but I don't know. I don't trust it for the day. We did move a lot today, huh? Let's go back over there real quick. Yeah, put the period in sometimes. It's annoying. Bought in that dip, huh? Well, I still see a dip. I think we're still in a dip. I don't think we're even out of it. We have more volume filling in down here now. It's low, it's weak, but it's possible. 15-minute MACD is still bearish. Yeah, look at that, man. We're still going down. Look at this. Look at that building. Told you. Not enough for a put. I mean, I wouldn't bother with a put in here. We just wait. This is just too weak for me. I say we're going to 493.0. You're risky, bro. You're like, let's just throw $100 at this. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you're right. It is. We're kind of almost double crust in here, huh? A little bit. We have a wick right there on the B band, and we have the whole body kind of coming through. Yeah, possibly. I'm not sure exactly. I don't know. It just feels we have a bottleneck of sorts here in the B band, and we're dropping off right afterward. I still feel that is a bearish movement, and we've crossed south of the prior bull band from this morning. I don't know. Obviously, if you have a week, rest of this week for a call, and it drops 50%, there's a good chance with Berkshire that you'll get back up there. Next candle's green. All right. He wrote here saying that he bets the next candle's going to be green on the 5-minute. All right, let's see. We have counter says 2 minutes left. I don't know, man. I don't want to say I'm right that we're going to be hitting the 493, but we're filling that body out, man. That candle's filling out. I called 493.0 a few minutes ago. We'll see. I haven't done much with playing today. I've got, let's see, what do I have going on? That's I'm just holding on. I've got my Sava call, $3 call. I've got multiple Sava calls for May. I've got long calls on those. They're down just because Sava is just a very low movement stock. They're pretty much, there was a giant peak back in October that went up to almost $5 on Cassava Sciences. And we're sitting on support pretty well, like a long $2 support that went for several months. So that's kind of why I bought in for a $3 call. So we'll see if that does anything. According to Robinhood's Simulate, if I was to get these calls back up to mid $4, I would net about $400 in profit on those. So that's kind of my lotto play for Cassava Sciences for May expiration. And for short term, February 20th, I've got multiple calls on Cracker Barrel. Today's just kind of blah, but Cracker Barrel hit a pretty strong level support between Thanksgiving and Christmas at a pretty low standard. So hopefully that's the bottom and we'll work our way back up. And if that's the case, we'll do very nicely in those calls. All right, so you said the next candle is green. It's starting green. It's starting green. You're right. Let's see if it stays green. We still have almost all of the 5 minutes left on that. But is that, you know, okay, so it's green, but is that green enough to really do much, right? Is that the pivot point? On the MACD and Legend, it's still showing slightly bullish movement, slight. It's not confirming to me enough. If we can bottom out here, I'd be happier with that. But you can see, let's go back to the orb, you can see how if you bought a put here, you could have sold it there for some type of gain, but you would have lost it as it came back. A lot of times you would have had stop losses in here, right? And you would have been stopped out. And then you would have lost all of this potential profit. So with orb, you would like to wait for the first half hour of the market, let it do its thing. Don't chase. Let it confirm the orb strategy line, and that's where you'd open your short and run it. And if we had that $2, or I'm sorry, the 2.0, which is like doubling essentially, if we had opened that with the 2.0, we would have been able to hold. And oh my goodness, I'm trying to get my cursor up. Whatever. You can see that green line right there. The green box. So if you had held all the way through to that, you would have had almost doubling your profit there. And of course, you know, that last candle was within and succeeded. So orb would have worked for shorts on this after confirmation of the bearish movement confirm right here. We can put a little arrow while we're waiting for so that arrow just signifies the confirmation of a bearish movement for Burke for the day. What's happening in Discord? Let's see. Let's go check out SPY while this is kind of just, you know, I don't know what's going on. Go away. VIX. Not much. We definitely have some movement, but I mean, at the very best, it's going to hit here and likely reject again. I just honestly just think today, because the CPI, it's just, you know, boring. Choppy today. Let me ask Discord here. Let me look at my watch list real quick and see if there's anything that's popping off. That's fun. Unfortunately, CRML is definitely on a bearish streak today. I do like this one for long term, but obviously today it is heading south. I have this drawn out right here, this yellow-green. That is a ascending channel. And I had suggested to somebody, I forgot who it was in our Discord, I said likely we're going to revisit the $10 mark, at least $10, if not 9 something, as it continues bouncing up this channel. Hopefully we'll not hit below 10, come up here, and then do a higher breakout and break above this channel. That'd be great for CRML. Keep hearing about RR, Rich Tech Robotics. A lot of people are talking about it, but I don't see it. I don't see anything like super special. I don't know. I mean, maybe the rebound back up to 7, but it's not like it's fantastic. I like the dinosaur. They put the dinosaurs over here at the when like you have like a new chart that's like, you know, old, they put dinosaurs. It's so funny. I don't know, man. I guess you could say that potentially there's a cup and handle. I suppose you could say there's a cup and handle there. I don't know. Let's erase that and try that again. Yeah. You're talking very long range cup and handle on this one. I don't know if it's worth really doing much on it. It's cheap. It's cheap. $4 a share. I mean, potentially here we have a double bottom. And generally it goes up from there. I don't know what that is. Tried drawing an arrow, didn't work out. So I suppose if you're considering that RR would have a, let's do the, well, let's set our anchored visual range profiles. Get that growing. I love that thing. And we're going to do, oh, where is it? I'm sorry, here it is. We can do a price range. So what you do on this is, essentially, we're just going to average this. Go from there to the neckline, like top of the bowl, which I guess we'll go with. We'll go conservative. We'll go there. And then you take that bar and you move it to the top of the neck. And then, so 12. So roughly here, somewhere in there, is your price target. So mid $14 is a price target if you want to consider this cup and handle bullish pattern with a double bottom over here. You would then suggest a price target of around 15. Anywhere between $13 and $15 would be my price target for a bullish movement on RR. And its prior high was 11. So you'd have to have a strong movement to overcome this $11 resistance. But it's possible. This thing doesn't look like it moves fast at all. It's a very good chance this will be a slow crawl of a stock. So we'll see. But at sub $5 a share, that's not too bad. If you can hold it for another year, you might get there. It's just going to depend, Let's head back over to Burke B and C if Jordan was correct on what happened while we were gone. Oh, we weren't in 1 minute. We were in the, it was 5. Well, it looks like it's kind of holding at that level, huh? Let's check out Legends and see what we're doing. Bull band is kind of trying to level out. We have MACD that is turning more bullish slightly. RSI is slightly turning bullish. All right. This sounds better to me than it was. So we'll go with, let's see, 500 is now 90. All right, we've entered a Berkshire Hathaway B, 116 expiration, $500 call. It was, or 500 strike point, sorry. It was a $90 premium. And, geez. QQQ did this crazy sell off and spike again, right back to baseline. That's nuts. What's that movement? $4 movement up and down straight away. Look at this real quick. This is ridiculous. Look at that. We dropped off from 628 all the way down to 624 and then right back up again, all within an hour-ish. 2 hours, I suppose, from the beginning, but hour and a half. Crazy town. That's crazy. Oh yeah, Jordan said 493. Well, yeah, bro. Like, obviously, if you let's change this around since I'm in a call now. Oops, not that. Let's see. So we jumped into a call at middle of this candle, roughly. I think it was about right there. Yeah, you can always jump in early and go negative for a minute and hold, right? We can always do that. But I prefer a bit more safety. I want more confirmation before I jump into into an option. You know, they just move so fast, you know. But I think I got mine right around this midpoint here of right next to that red candle. I kind of grabbed it right somewhere in there. Let's see, where are we at? So I'm up 3%. And I did one. I just did one. I you know, I could have thrown on two, I suppose. Yeah, you called the rebound. Let's see, where were you? We were about. Let's see if I can get. I think you. Let's see. We hit this. We hit that. So it was here. I said we're going to go down to. I said 393.0. This wick hit 393.35, and then you said next one's green, and then so. Yeah, it kind of flattened out right here, and then it went up from there. So hopefully that's the bottom, and we'll just turn up from now on a rebound. Yeah. Exit, bro. I'm only at like 4%. Not even 3.3%. Right here, break here, and break here. On the five, I don't. You do a lot of quick movements on fives. You know, ones and fives. I don't like doing that as much. Oops. Get rid of that. Go away. To be honest, unless this comes down to a 0 point, you know, this looks good for an overnight hold. At least back to 498. Let me see what the. Get back in here, Legend. Let's see. Well, it looks like it's gonna drop down to, was it the 50 EMA? Where's the 50? Oh, the 9, sorry. I don't have that pulled up here on this trading view. I have Legend on the side going, and it looks like this on the 5-minute could potentially. So there's a 9 EMA right in here that cuts this green candle in half. So about right there is the 9 on Legend. So we'll see what it does. But I'm not too concerned yet. I don't think it did hit that 50, which is that blue right here on top of the wick. It hit that and rejected. But I mean, it's going to be a battle to get this thing to move heavily, I feel like, at this point. Might be one of those things where you have to kind of wait for it, maybe go a tad negative, just for it to, you know, shake everybody out and bounce around before it goes back north again. So somebody I follow on Threads, he's a pretty big guru for stocks. He said that he's actually in a 500 call for the 23rd for better Greeks on it than the 16th, which obviously, would be better for in every way. So he's already in a call. He asked, why did I join a call? And I said, is oversold RSI, Red Valley MACD with potential turnaround for bullish movement, which we're already seeing now. And I said, price is reaching the early January support, mid 494. And he liked it, so that's pretty cool. So we'll see. Looks like the next candle is sitting right there on the 9. With bull band kind of tightening up on Legend, at least. It's a bit wider here in this trading view. On the 5-minute chart. Cracker Barrel call up 41%. That's cool. Anything else to play today? Not much really going on. I don't know. I think I'm gonna hold this. I'm gonna hold this overnight. It's moving too slow for ODT today. It's a Friday expiration. I would just simply need this Berkshire call to hit $4.95 to overcome theta overnight, which it can easily do. This thing moves several dollars at a time, or it can. If we were to hit the actual 500 strike price, this is a $200 call. So we have a 500 strike with a max of $200. Well, not max, but roughly $200 in profit to gain if it was to actually get that far. Arkansas Dog in our Discord, he just closed out Apple call. He had 2 calls going on. Dropped pretty good premium on that. He got a $260 takeaway. Let's see. It was a $260 call. Let's look at that real fast. Let's see what he did. Oh, look at that. I already had lines drawn. We can adjust it a little bit better. Already drawn. Look at that. Trend lines don't work. Okay. Then what happened here? Like, literally, this has been drawn for days. I even forgot about it. Dad, trend lines don't work. Well, then why? Why? If you're telling me trend lines don't work, then why is it that when I drew this ray, it came down, tapped, and those wicks are sitting right across in an ascending pattern? But you're telling me trend lines don't work. Shut up. Yes, they don't work necessarily 100% of the time. Nothing does. Even bullish patterns don't work to be bullish every time. But seriously, you're telling me trend lines don't work? Look how freaking far back I drew this ray. And you're telling me, y'all, look at that yellow line. Way back in April, I threw that ray out there, and I did tap it off of this one. Obviously, I need somewhere to put it, so I think it was in August then. I must have drawn this back in August with a ray off of the bottom in October to August, and they continued up to here. Boom. Like, please, you're telling me the freaking trend lines don't work. Stop it. If you had enough money, you throw on in a long-term call, like maybe 3 weeks, and then hold through the red, you could get back up here to 273, and that would be a very, very nice payday. Arkansas Dog probably bought his call this morning. I'm not sure when he bought it. Could have been sometime midday yesterday. Well, it's only a $1 move, so no, he must have got it this morning. I'm gonna go tell him that we're talking about him. Talking about your play in my live. Let's see. Yeah. Yep. And we have on the 30-minute, we have a tightening neck here on the bull band with a slight bullish movement. We'll have to overcome the 261 resistance to break out, but it's possible. It's definitely possible. Yeah, Jordan said that looking like a consolidation before leg up. Yeah, I agree. And we're stepping up slowly. That's fine. What I hate is when you dip down into the stop loss box, and you're like, oh no, and should I close it? And you're like, close it, and then it goes wee. It's terrible. That's why sometimes if you treat these week-long, 2-week-long, calls or puts as ODTE, you kind of have a bias to close early because you're thinking ODTE. So yeah. Ranko earlier on the Discord, he had said that he wants to join a live later today. I don't know if I'll have a chance to do one during market after this. I do have to go soon. Let me see. Maybe at like 12 Mountain Time I can hop back on. I'll go tell him on Discord here. Where's this thing? I may be able to jump back in. Burke doing good so far. I think I'm gonna go on Threads and see what people are talking about over there on stuff. Novavax. That's funny. I remember telling Jordan Novavax, we should be buying Novavax at the $5 mark. Gosh, when was last? I sold it at like 7. Yeah, I sold it at 7.50. And I was buying it. Where is it? August. Yeah. Okay. So it was in the $6. I bought it in April, $6. Sold it in August at 8. And now we're aiming, it dropped back down to a support at 650 for Christmas area, and now it's raising back up toward 8. So jumping in now would be almost a FOMO at this point. Don't want to do that. But Novavax could be good. It needs to pass 8 to really do anything useful. But I mean, heck, if you go back to COVID times, we're at $260. But that was a very special time of our lives that hopefully will never happen again. It will. It will. But Red Cat did a... Oh, actually, Red Cat broke out today. Almost broke out today. Still within the ascending channel. Viasat was a sneaky one that I forgot about this year. I was buying it back at $8-9, and it was flat for months, and I was like, blah, let's just move it somewhere else. And $9-10 turned to $42 as of today. Like, what? All within 7-8 months. Bro, Viasat. And I knew it as the whole satellite thing. Oh, man. Well, it's kind of a boring day. I don't want to keep doing this live and have people just staring at boring screens. Hopefully this will reach my strike price. They're at, $4.98, $4.99 today. That'd be sick. I'm not sure if I'll hold out overnight. I want to, but green is green, Right now we're now with that red candle, it dropped down again. It was at 10% profit. So yeah, Jordan, I'm gonna head out too. I think we're just kind of floating at this point. Nothing really much else to look at. O'Reilly has been such a bummer. It was doing so good. It was doing so good. Purple line here was the track off of this, and it retested back over here, and I thought we were going to get a nice push up there for a 1013 or 113 target, and it broke down. This bullish pendant did not hold. It rejected off the 108-ish, and it's just been ever since, which really stinks because I was looking forward to that so much. Here's this aqua line is an old old trend line from years ago. Maybe not years ago. Let's just see real fast. Oh, it is. Yeah. It is a long trend line. Oh, it's locked. Okay. Well, it's close. I would have lowered it a bit because of this. This is tight, but if we can bounce here, we'll be okay, and we might eventually make it back up here to the 113 target. I did have it posted back out here in the summertime, May, June. So it's got time. It'll get there. O'Reilly's great. It's been slow, real slow. All right, well, I guess that's it, folks. I'm just gonna wait for Berkshire to do its thing. Let's see. I don't know if I saved it. No, there it is. We're just gonna wait for it to do its thing today, and just see where it goes. All right.